It's chaired by the business mogul James Caan, who's best known to us for his appearances on television programme Dragon's Den. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Now, you started your company as a young man, so you know how rewarding and also how very, very hard it can be.
No, absolutely. When I first started, I started a recruitment business. And what was really interesting for me at the time is I didn't need an awful lot of capital because simply I started from home, where I essentially needed a phone and a desk, and eventually took a little office, for £100 a week rent. So what was challenging for me wasn't really the amount of money, but it was finding somebody that could help me. Because when you're starting a business, how do you price it? Should I pay VAT, and should I be self-employed, or should I set up a company? What's the market like? What's the competition? So what I've found is that opportunity of not having somebody makes it harder. And I think what makes this scheme so unique is not only are we providing the capital, but we're also supplying that mentor. And the scheme literally in the last 3 months from launch has already attracted 3,000 applicants, and I think we've already backed 460 businesses. And kicking off this year, my plan is to do at least 100 businesses a week. So potentially we could do at least 5,000 businesses. And, my vision is if I can get some of these businesses literally to employ 2 or 3 people each over the next 3 years, we could be creating 50 to 100,000 jobs, which is really what makes this so exciting for the UK economy.
I was going to say that will be a significant boost to the economy because despite, we've got some big companies in the UK, the economy is still largely built on those small privately owned businesses, isn't it?
I mean, Margaret Thatcher said it really well. We are a nation of shopkeepers. And I think the one thing that keeps the British economy alive, is the SME market. And I think what we're very good at, we're very good at creativity, innovation. And I think that's what keeps this economy alive. And I think giving young people an opportunity to start a business where they can use their creativity, their ideas, their skills. If you look at in the early days when Silicon Valley was set up, entrepreneurs who started their own businesses were able to get the backing needed. Today those businesses have become global giants, and I'm hoping that from the scheme that we're starting out, that we'll give people the opportunity to start something that could change their life and give them something that's a sustainable income, which for me would be very rewarding.
It must be quite difficult for your organisation, though, because you're talking here about public money that you're giving to people, that it's still a gamble. If the businesses fail, that cash could be lost.
I mean, I think the one thing I respect the government for is this government absolutely understands business. They know that the business is a risk, but they also know that if you don't give somebody a chance or an opportunity, you'll never know. And right now, the government want to see people starting businesses. They want to boost the economy, and they want to do everything they can to create jobs for this market. So I think this initiative really addresses all of those factors.
Finally, do you really think that there are enough young entrepreneurs out there, 100 every week for the next year?
I mean, we've already had over 3,000 applications, and I think we've got partners on the ground all over the country. And certainly from the feedback that I'm getting, there are certainly enough people out there who want to have an opportunity to be given the chance. So certainly from everything I'm seeing, I'm confident that we'll see enough people out there that have got viable business ideas that we want to give them that opportunity that could make a difference to their lives.
James Caan, thank you very much indeed. James Caan, the chairman of the Startup Loans Company there. And, of course, the Prime Minister will be in the North West later on today to make an announcement on, we think, expanding that scheme.